YouTube, Quinn Wade, coming to y'all with that instant analysis. This time is on the 500, above 500 Detroit Pistons, which is something that most of us didn't see happening this early in the season, didn't see it happening at all this season, and it's reality. The Pistons are finally above 500 on the season. They're 20-19. They're also 10-9 at home. The Raptors is where we thought the Pistons may be at this point of the career of the season. They're 8-31 and they're 1-18 away from home, which means they haven't been winning that many games and they've been struggling to do so. But this game looked like it was going to be a game where the Pistons could be in a trap game, and you can possibly see them lose it because of that 32-32 first quarter and that 34-33 second quarter. But they ended up having a 34-27 third quarter and a 24-21 fourth quarter. They scored just enough to get the win, and they just made better shots and had better shot makers this game. And that was the biggest difference between winning and losing it. Obviously, both teams scored 100 points plus. And when you see that, that means it wasn't a lot of defense being played. And it's tough to play defense in the league now anyway, because everybody can shoot and get to the basket, because you have to pick your poison like you always had to in basketball. The players can make more shots than they used to could do offensively. But Scotty Barnes for the Toronto Raptors, he has 16 points. He's a -8 and plus minus, 2 personal foul, 1 turnover. He did have 2 blocks and 2 steals, 3 assists, and 12 rebounds. So a double-double for him. 3 of his rebounds were offensive. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from 3, 5 of 14 from the field. You still like to see that he's out there competing. He's giving it his all to the best of his ability. And that's all you can really ask him for. He's been one of their better players. You just wish some of his shots would have felt a little bit more tonight if you're a Raptors fan, and it just didn't happen that way. Jakob Poeltl had 8 points. He did get 12 rebounds too, but 5 of his rebounds was offensive out of the 12. He did have 3 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, -10 and plus minus, 0 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 of 10 from the field, and that's how it goes. RJ Barrett, 10 points, -17 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 5 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive, 2 of 6 from the free throw line, 0 of 8 from 3, 4 of 16 from the field. Couldn't get shots to fall. He shot a lot of threes. That's uncharacteristic of him, because he's never been a high volume or even an efficient 3-point shooter throughout his entire career. Really, he's always been a guy that handles the ball a lot and likes to get to the rim and likes to get to the free throw line as much as he can. And they just couldn't take advantage of those matchups tonight. So he had to shoot more on the perimeter, and it didn't really work out for him. Emmanuel quickly, they needed him back because they need more shot makers. 25 points for him, -24 and plus minus, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 4 of 9 from 3, 7 of 20 from the field. This was an impressive game, seeing him get to the free throw line, seeing him knock down threes. This is nothing new. He did miss a lot of shots outside of that, but they needed somebody to step up offensively in that starting lineup, because RJ didn't really have it going. Neither did Yaka, and neither did Scotty Barnes. So Emmanuel quickly said, you know what, I'm going to take the most shots tonight because I scored a lot of points and they couldn't really guard me the way that they thought they could. It didn't really end well for Emmanuel quickly either, but at least he was aggressive, looking for a shot. Grady Dick, 13 points, -9 and plus minus, 3 personal foul, 1 turnover, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 4 of 8 from 3, 4 of 11 from the field. He has regressed a little bit. He was having a great season. Now he's having an okay season. He still shot the 3-ball well. He shot okay from the field. Nothing really disappointing besides he didn't take more shots. But I guess you can't have it both ways. Somebody got to accumulate the most, and somebody has to be second. I don't know if you want that to be Grady Dick, though. Kelly Olynyk, 4 points, +1 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, all 1 from 3, 2 of 3 from the field. He passed the ball well. That was the biggest thing he did tonight. In those 14 minutes, you really can't ask him to do more because Chris Boucher took a lot of shots. He was 5 or 6 from the field, 4 or 5 from three. That's kind of what you want Kelly Olynyk to do, but you only can pass it to one of them. And Chris Boucher has been knocking them down lately. 3 rebounds, one was offensive, one assist, one personal foul, +4 and plus minus. He did have 14 points. Bruce Brown tied him with 14 points off the bench, but he also played 20 minutes too. He was 6 of 9 from the field and 2 of 2 from three. He did have 5 rebounds. 2 of his rebounds were offensive. He had 3 assists and 2 steals, 1 turnover, one personal foul, +2 and plus minus. He still looks like a great role player. He does a lot of things on the basketball court that you like. And I can see him being moved from this team because people are going to see what he can still do and how he can do multiple things, even be a ball handler and a decision maker while still being able to score a little bit. And, he's fast and he's a little quick for transition play. Jamal Shead, 17 minutes, 3 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from three, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 personal fouls, +17 and plus minus 10 points. Jacoby Walter, 4 minutes, 2 personal fouls, -1 and plus minus 0 points. The rest of the guys did not play coach's decision. 40 of 92, 43% from the field, 15 of 38, 42% from three, 18 of 27, 66% from the free throw line, 15 offensive rebounds, 45 rebounds total, 27 assists, 12 steals, 3 blocks, 12 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and 114 points. It should be known that the Detroit Pistons won the season series. I know a lot of their games was close, but the Pistons still was able to win those games, and they won 3 of them. There's no way that they can tie or win the series now that they won this game. So the Pistons own the series, whether it's 3-1 or 4-0. They was the better team this year over the Toronto Raptors. So they really won't see each other until 3 months from now. And by then the season be almost over, and they will just be seeing them next year. Tobias Harris had 17 points. He was a +12 and plus minus, 2 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 block, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from three, 6 of 12 from the field. He was scoring the mid ranges. He was hitting the threes. He was getting to the free throw line. He rebounded decently for his position, and he's been one of their best go-to scorers. And he's not getting in the way. He's just finding ways to get open and just being ready to knock shots down. I think he has done that very good this season. Asor Thompson didn't score a lot. He only had 6 points. He was a +9 and plus minus. He had 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 3 steals though, which came in handy. 3 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from three, 2 of 5 from the field. Tim Hardaway Jr., they kept leaving him open, so he finished 7 of 8. He usually don't knock it down like this, but he knocked it down when it mattered because they needed this win to keep their winning ways going and keep their mentality going and keep their confidence going and making it feel that we can make the playoffs this year. And I think that they should try to trade for one more piece just to get over that hump of we're locked into 7 or 8. We'll take that because our young players might still get better. We have another chance to add another piece, and we have the direction that we really want to go in now, which is trying to build our way to being a legitimate team in the East for years to come, not just this season. He was 9 of 13 from the field. Tim Hardaway Jr. really did his thing tonight, and he was one of the biggest reasons why they was able to win this game. And Jalen Duren, he had 10 points. It's good to see him in double figures. He only played 28 minutes because he had 5 personal fouls, a lot of fouls again, +12 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 1 block, 2 assists, 9 rebounds. One of those offensive, 4-4 from the free throw line, 3 or 4 from the field. And then Cade, he had a monstrous game number-wise, 22 points, 17 assists, and 10 rebounds. So another triple-double for him. 1 steal, 2 blocks, 8 turnovers. That's his biggest weakness, is he's not the greatest shooter, he's not the greatest finisher, and he's not the greatest decision maker. But his feel for the game, understanding of the game, and his IQ is just on another level when he's focused. And they was able to pick his pocket and make him make some tough decisions. And I think he overthought a lot of things, and he got caught up in a lot of things. And you got to give credit to the Toronto Raptors defense for making plays and getting him to turn the ball over completely tonight. 1 offensive rebound out of the 10 was was what Cade got. 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 2 or 4 from three. He was 8 of 17 from the field, so he shot the ball very good. Like he's not going to shoot 50% most nights because he has a lot of load he has to carry and a lot of things he has to do. And the defense is going to force you to make tough shots anyway because that's their job if they're trying to win. But this was one of his best games of his career, and it was good to see them get a win when he did it. Fontecchio, 9 points, -8 and plus minus two personal fouls, 3 rebounds, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line. He was 4 of 8 from the field. Ronald Holland, 3 points, -6, well, -6 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 steal, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 1 of 4 from three, 1 of 5 from the field. Isaiah Stewart, 6 points, -3 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 block, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 3 of 6 from the field. And Malik Beasley, 18 points. He's been their best bench player this year. He had 3 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. He was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Continues his exceptional 3 point shooting. He had shot 4 or 5 tonight from three, only missing one in those 5 attempts. That's really, really good. And he hit some in the fourth. He hit some shots in the fourth quarter too. He finished 6 of 10 from the field. Marcus Sasser, 5 points, -16 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 assist, 1 of 2 from three, 2 of 4 from the field. You just like to see him come in and score, and just be ready to do that on the court whenever he gets the ball or just give it up. And he did both of those tonight. Hollins, he didn't do anything crazy, but you like the fact that he actually had a decent impact on the game. Isaiah Stewart, he scored around the rim like he usually does, but his facilitating was real good tonight. And then you just look at Fontecchio just finding ways to put the ball in the basket when you're open, and just doing the necessary things to get open. The rest of the guys did not play coach's decision. They did shoot 44 or 84. That's 52%. And then they shot 19 to 33, 57% from three. You're usually going to win a game when you shoot that well from the field and from three. And these are real numbers. That's how easy it was for them to score tonight. And I know some of their shots was tough, but they had it going, and it's going to be tough to beat any team when they have shooting numbers like that. 16 to 21, 76% from the free throw line. They only had 7 offensive rebounds because they made majority of their shots, and they still out rebounded the Raptors, who had 15 offensive rebounds by 1. So they still won that category. They had 35 assists. They outbeat the Raptors in that. They had 8 steals. They also had 5 blocks. They beat the Raptors in that. They had more turnovers with 15, and they did foul one more time with 22. But it didn't really matter, as the Pistons was able to do what they came there to do, which was get the win. And I'm not really surprised because the Pistons have been better than the Raptors all season, and they have been able to beat the Raptors this entire season. Like I said, they're up 3-0 in the season series, so they have shown that they're going in a quicker rebuild than the Raptors are. The Raptors got some quality players, but the Pistons' goal this offseason was to add more veterans and guys that know their role and know their game and not trying to step out of that. And I like the fact that they was able to get those guys to understand that, and those guys didn't want to do nothing more than that. And they let these guys like Ivy and Cade and Jalen Duren succeed and play their games, and they play good and well around them, and they fit right because of that understanding. And Cade is just a guy that you can't really stop because he is good at knowing where to go, knowing when to pass, knowing when to score, but he sometimes can become predictable. Like, where if he can't dribble here, just flank him. If he can't dribble here, just corral him. And that's why he turns the ball over a lot, because he's so slow with his dribble. Plus, he's always trying to score a little bit first. Then if you stop him a little bit, he knows that it's coming. Then he tries to pass. But when you're directing the pass, they already can read where it's trying to go. And that gives you a chance to pick him off or get a swipe, and then you just turn him over. But he's always been like that in high school. He was even like that in college. We knew that was part of what you have to understand if you're going to draft him. He's not a perfect player. No player in the NBA is, but he's one of the better players, and he's proven that this year. We have to give him his flowers. Hopefully he's going to be in the All-Star game because he deserves it. He might be all NBA player this year too, as crazy as that seems. That's just how good he is inside. So injury riddled the season was too. But you got to give the credit to the people that put in the work and is healthy and going out there and performing. Remember, he missed damn near the whole season last year. So it ain't like he hasn't had his fair share of injuries and has cut some of his season shorter. And this year is just good to see more Cade and what he can do and why we thought he was the best player in that draft. And I feel like he's proven us right at an all-time high this year. And I still think he has room for improvement in his growth as a player, especially his shooting, his decision making, his handle, and just continuing to get familiarity with his teammates so he doesn't make as many flawed mistakes that he doesn't really have to. Some of them he's causing, some of it's the defense, but some of it is himself just not being really ready to make a decision when it's needed, and that's why he gets turned over too. But I love Cade. That's my guy. A big fan of him. Was able to see him at All-Star Cleveland. Was able to see him in the Bucks games that when they came down here to play the Bucks. So he's one of my favorite player in the league, and he's one of my favorites players in that draft, if not my favorite player in that draft. And I'm just proud that he's healthy this year and he's contributing to winning. And he showed that in college. I can put up numbers. I can be unstoppable. I can carry the load. I can get us to the playoffs, but I need teammates that can do their part too. So I want to see how this roster continues to flesh out in the future. And we're going to see if Cade Cunningham can lead the Pistons or another team to a championship, because he's showing you that he's going to be one of your best players, because he's showing you that he can win by being the best player this year so far. But we'll see, what type of talent that he needs to be able to get a championship to whatever team he plays for in the future, even if it's the Pistons. But I see why they rejected a lot of trades to keep this guy, because he's very humble, he's very approachable, he's a sponge when it comes to basketball. He wants to learn, he wants to get better, so does his new teammates. And that's why they all play well off of each other, because they know that they want to win. They know that they can get better. They want to get better. They want to understand the game. They want to play it the right way. And so I think JB is a good coach for this team, because they need all those things to get to the next level. And that's important in your maturation process. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, do conversation videos just like this in different variety. I also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current players, rookies, and future stars. I also do mock drafts and NBA draft coverage too. So if you want to see what I offer and what I do, you can check out my channel. Got over 3,000 videos already on my channel done. And I still do videos basically 7 days a week and multiple throughout the week on those days. Not only that, I got my social media. If you want something that ain't basketball and still want to follow me because you interested in some other stuff that I might be doing, my social media is also on my YouTube channel too, so check those out. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for appreciating the content for what it is. Thanks for looking forward to watching analysis on a daily basis. You guys want to hear what I got to say. You guys want to watch what I do. That's the 50-50 why this channel has been so strong and so popular over the years, because you guys keep coming back and wanting more from me, and I don't mind making the videos of spreading my knowledge of what I seen and what I liked and what I didn't like, and I do it with that analysis style that you guys are so coveted to and so much clamoring over for more. And I think that is fun to see how we have grown as a person that made content for fans, and how you guys just drool over what the NBA really is, which is a beautiful game to watch and see. And we all know that, especially when the players are healthy and when the players are playing, they put on one of the best games, if not the best game in the world. I think it's the best. That's why I only cover it and nothing really else. And I really do love the game in general, even if I'm playing it. So other than that, hopefully see you guys later today with more analysis. Hopefully. Other than that, we'll see what happens. See you guys soon.